Few places in the Maritimes suffered through snow. So how's that affecting early tourism? CTV's Stephanie Seacoast reports.
It may not look or feel like it, but it's nearly the end of May. It was cold, rainy, and windy along the Halifax waterfront. It wasn't nearly as busy as it would have been if the weather was warmer, but those braving the boardwalk were making the most of their trip, even if they didn't plan to be here.
We were supposed to be in Germany, but our flight got canceled, and so we got a hotel here and we stayed the night.
While Halifax saw wet weather, it was a different story in Cape Breton. Spring flowers were covered in snow in Sydney, a rare sight this late in the season. The month of May hasn't been the nicest, so it may be a surprise that some tourism operators actually saw record-breaking numbers.
Everybody would obviously prefer warm summer weather all year round in most cases, but for a lot of people, they don't have flexibility on when they're going to be here. You have to plan your trips long in advance. So we find that there's a lot of people that they want to make the best of it no matter what the weather is.
It's a similar story for this tour and adventure company, where all it took was a few nice days.
Definitely the best opening week that we've had in the business in general.
Even on a cool day like this, people were heading out on the water to do some fishing.
Fishing is definitely an activity that tends to go out whenever the weather is gloomier. It tends to be limited a little depending on the wind, waves, etc. That said, definitely one of the things that could be a checkbox item where it's like, the weather's not that good, but what can we do?
As for this family here from Nashville, they plan to make their short stop in the city a memorable one.
We're going to take a little tour of the water on one of those amphibious boats and just kind of enjoy our day.
We've heard from visitors on the weather, but as for locals, many have had enough. Typically on a Friday night in May, especially this late in the season, patios would be full, but the weather tonight just simply won't allow for that. Todd.
Yeah, no kidding. And evidence is right behind you, Stephanie. Nice to see the smile on those faces from Nashville, though.
They were very happy to be here.
Well, we certainly welcome them and everyone else. All right, Steph, get back inside. Stephanie Seacoast starting us off tonight at the Hydrostone Market in Halifax. We're going to make this a web poll. We're asking, how is this cold weather impacting you? And your options are, I turned my heat back on, I've postponed my plans, I'm not spending time outside, or can't imagine be many of you saying, I love the cool temperatures, but we'll put it up as an option. Let us know at ctvnewsatlantic.ca. Okay, let's bring in the man of the hour. That is Moncton right now, where it's currently 6 degrees, just after 6 o'clock, looking at Main Street, a few folks out. Here he is, Caleb Mitchell.
I turned the heat back on. Here's my answer.
Listen, when was the last time we had a snow report banner from you?
It's been a while, and this isn't the time of the year I like to do a snow report banner, of course. It's pretty rare, but not unheard of, to get snow this late into the month of May. In fact, the standing record for snow in the Sydney area is 7 centimeters, and that was set on May 29th in 1941. Today, though, we got alarmingly close to that record, with the airport reporting 6 centimeters of snow. Now, I know accumulations very varied across Cape Breton as far as that snow went for today, because the ground is not frozen anymore. There was a lot of melting, and temperatures were sitting just above the freezing mark. Keeping track of record temperatures. You know, a lot of time we talk about record highs, but another thing that is kept track of are the coolest high temperatures on record. And for the Sydney area, that's 3.9 degrees, coolest high temperature on record. And so far today, matching that with the high temperature 3.9. And we knew this was coming. We've been talking about it all week long, how we were going to be put into this sort of cool, chilly weather pattern that was going to extend through the last part of this month, and that does include for tonight. We have a lot of cloud cover around the Maritimes. There's still some areas and some rain and some showers, and potentially still a little bit of wet snow falling up in the Cape Breton Highlands. A lot of that wet weather is going to gradually ease to become patchy showers and drizzle as we make our way through the night. Mission cloud cover for the Maritimes, but in one part of the region, that cloud cover is expected to clear up a little bit, and that's going to be up in the northwest of New Brunswick. Because of that, there's a frost advisory in effect there. Additional rainfall amounts for those areas that do see a bit more in the way of the rain and the showers, mostly about 2 to 5 millimeters. And there's the frost advisories out for the northwest of New Brunswick. Now, we do have temperatures that are going to be coming up in the forecast for the first week of June. which I know, weather conditions aside, is coming up in a couple of days. And so we'll get into those details when I'm back with the extended forecast, Todd.
Okay, we'll see you back here for that in about 15 minutes time. Thank you, Kaylin.